This
What about
conference
Lee?
will now be recorded.
I think Lee is going to join. We still have a couple of minutes and we need Prokop too. So
And what about Janet?
Janet is going to join remotely as well. So we have to correct the spelling on the minutes.
Erica Carrozza.
So Eric with K, you're good. If you want to move. Oh, okay.
A-L-T.
Yeah, as long as she can hear, because in case I have to mute you.
You know, I always wonder about this area. They don't come for an area variance, they come for a setback variance.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Like the one this evening is an
Yeah.
area variance.
Well, that is.
Yes,
That's so
but-
legitimate.
Okay,
This is-
so. Do you have a pen? You want it? We can, because there's going to be multiple changes, because so feel free to add them now. So
You're talking about last,
he was speaking about the
what's the problem, Tim?
findings. He was wondering why. Go
John,
ahead.
it says that the area variance is.
You're reading the determination?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
On line 3, it says
Yes,
area
I see.
variance. It's not really an area variance, it's a setback variance. Tonight we have an area variance.
Well, you didn't compose that, did you?
Neither did I.
No, Joe did.
Hello,
Hi, Lee.
how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
We can hear you. We just can't see you, but that's okay. If you don't want to put your camera on, that's fine. We would just
No,
want.
I'm not. Phone is just fine, thank you. Unless you
Okay.
need me.
No, so I'm going to mute myself once we begin, or maybe mute you guys so we don't have any background noise. But I have access right here, so anytime you want to speak, I'll just unmute you. So that's not a problem. I guess we have to wait for Prokop.
Can you put the camera on so we can see people in the room?
Sure.
Well, you won't see anybody.
Hey, Joe. How you doing? I'm just
Kelly,
making sure that.
Who's member Rosario?
That
Well,
was,
that-
that was the misspelling of my last name.
It was misspelled in the transcript. Yes,
Wow,
Yeah.
a
that's
big
what we said.
misspelling.
I think that's a beauty. That wins the prize. Your name has been mangled.
So I noticed that in the transcript, but I was like, I'm going to keep it the same as the transcript until we redo that.
Or you could change your name. You could
Yeah.
change
And I want to go into witness protection. I'm like,
Yeah.
that'd be such a bad idea.
it. That's Rosario. Okay.
And then,
Okay.
all righty. Yeah, I think so. Thanks, Cindy.
Hey, Joe.
Hi, Joe.
Bye.
Hi, Joe.
Bye, how are you? Rosario.
I was thinking I had to review before, right? Or just.
No,
oh,
it's
on the
always
Zoom,
on
like,
Zoom.
on
Actually,
Zoom, yeah.
once or twice. I
just
think
feel,
one time here. I
At the
was
county.
here.
scene.
Yes. County, from staying in. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, thanks.
Thanks for sending me everything.
No problem. I think everyone's kind of just reviewing that stuff now from the last one meeting.
Who's on Zoom tonight? Anyone?
We have Lee and Patty.
Oh, we can.
Yes.
And Janet?
Janet hasn't joined yet.
Okay. Okay, it's 7:01. Let me wait a couple more minutes.
Okay.
See if anybody else joins. Joe's here. Hi, Joe.
Hey, Judge, how you doing?
Did you speak?
I just said hello to everybody.
Oh, good.
Now I have a cookie. I spoke.
Okay, I'm going to start with the idea that your time is all valuable. So let's get started and people can pick up when they can. Lee, are you available?
I am.
Can you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, please?
I certainly will. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible for all.
Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the February meeting of the Village of Polkwood Zoning Board of Appeals. We have some people here. Madam Clerk, could you let us know who's in attendance actually and virtually? Would you call the roll of the members, please?
Yes,
When you hear your name, acknowledge your presence.
Patty Whitmarsh,
Here.
Lee Thompson,
Here.
John Lane,
Here.
Karen Athanasiadis,
Karen A.
Darlene Merceria,
Here.
Attorney Joe Prokop,
Present.
residents Joe and Erica Peralta, and their architect John Knuff.
Present.
Okay. Is there anyone else in attendance?
I'm here.
Janet's on the phone.
Oh, Janet, oh, good. Welcome.
Hi.
Okay, Madam Clerk, has notice of this meeting been disseminated?
Yes.
And you've gotten any responses from the village hall?
No,
Okay, so everyone is apparently, as far as you can tell, has been alerted to the meeting. We find no response, either positive or negative, to the application.
yes.
The applicants are in attendance with their architect and our attorney is present as well. Okay. We have
Some
a couple
old
of
business, yeah.
Sorry?
The old business, I
Yeah, we
think.
have a couple of issues of old business. I'm assuming you had, you being the members, had a chance to review the minutes of the meeting of January 19th. Is anyone need more time? Any of the membership, more time for you to do it? How about good old Rosario? No? You're done?
Already, nope.
Okay. All right, the chair will entertain a motion then to accept the minutes as presented.
A motion?
Yes. Is there a
Second,
second?
Who made that second?
I'll second.
Patty.
Patty, yeah.
Okay, on the motion made to accept the minutes as presented for the meeting of January 19th, 2021. The variance application for 51 Washington Street, Village of Polkwood. All in favor of accepting the minutes, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. There being no opposition, the motion is carried and the minutes of the meeting are accepted. I'm hoping you also had a chance to read the findings, determinations, and decisions with that same action on 51 Washington Street. There are a number of changes, additions, and renovations to be made.
Really?
Oh, yeah, this is actually completely redone. Not really, there are a couple of things, but it's nice to keep you on your toes. So your lawyer doesn't show up with a pen. You write these important documents for us.
Maybe we should take his pen away.
Okay. Just a couple of things, Joe, that you've already probably picked up on. We don't have a member Rosario. We do, in fact, have a charming lady to my right here. Darlene can spell her last name for you if you'd like.
No, I haven't. I thought there was a wedding I missed.
I know. I thought the same thing. I thought I just thought, like, oh, look at this.
I coached a team at the junior high school, and if they tell you these days, you don't question it, you just
And go with it.
Yep.
just go with the flow. So I
It was
said,
in the
"Okay,
transcript.
Rosario sounds good to me.
Okay, assuming you have had a chance to read the findings and
I was gonna
determinations.
congratulate
I'm keeping my name anyway, don't worry. You did that now.
Assuming you've had a chance to read the findings, determinations, and decisions, is there a motion to accept those findings?
I'll motion. Oops.
Okay,
I'll second.
all right.
I'll second it.
Motion being made in second, third, and fourth. We'll vote on accepting the findings, determinations, and decision for the application of John Musiello for a variance of 51 Washington Street.
Jim,
Yes, please.
I think that this document, discussion of second variance, it only covers the first variance.
We voted on them together.
Oh, well, in that case,
There was only one vote.
No, there were two
No, there
votes.
was two votes.
There were two votes.
I only pulled this out.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry, then, Phil, I'm sorry. I'll have to change it, I'm sorry. I read the transcript, but I didn't think it was, but maybe I stopped reading. Okay, I'm sorry.
Is there a motion to postpone our acceptance of these findings and determinations pending renovation? by-
no, let's approve them with the correction to be made.
Okay, do you have the wording that the second variance that you're talking about?
No, but I'm sure that Mr. Prokop will put in the proper wording for that. And I say that we should vote on accepting it with that stipulation of the change to be made.
Changes, have us react. Yeah. Okay.
So we'll just approve both sets of minutes next month.
I'll circulate where anything happens to them.
Can you let the record reflect that, at least you and I agree, that we'll have the revised findings and determinations for 51 Washington Street as presented by Attorney Prokop. Any further discussions of whether that's appropriate or not? I don't think it requires a vote, it's just we can simply defer it for a while. Okay. Nice of you to sit through all of this. We have an application before us for number 8 Cedar Avenue. Both the applicants and their architect are in front of us. These are essentially side yard variants. And there's also a lot area request as well. So it's some history. You, how long have you owned the property?
My husband does, but since 2012,
Well, I can look at.
indeed, it's been since 2012.
House? Yes. And you knew that it was a non-conforming use, section area C1.
I highly doubt you knew.
No.
Say again?
I highly doubt you knew it was not.
No.
Okay, well, sometimes, you know, an attorney will bring that to your attention that there's a non-conforming use.
It wasn't really a very formal, this is like essentially like a
Sold with
father
family.
figure. What is it, John?
So,
It's essentially a what? This
This
is
is
it?
a close friend of mine.
Yeah,
It's a it was Alfred Macree's family.
Okay,
From
in any
back in the
case, at some
20s.
point, you were given to understand that
Yes,
you were in possession of a house that's on a non-conforming lot size, right? And at some point you decided to renovate the house, and the renovation turned into let's demolish the whole thing and put up a new house.
yes,
And the idea was to stay pretty much in the footprint of the original home,
yes.
okay? And how close did you come?
Dad,
Things are burning and peeping here. And so you applied for a demolition permit, I'm assuming?
At this point, then it would be,
Okay. And you have plans for this new house, which pretty much stays in the same footprint, but has a couple of side yard variance requirements as well. Okay, so you're looking for two variances for the difference in what your side yard setbacks is supposed to be for the lot size. I see that you have qualified under the percentage of building that can occupy on the lot.
Yeah.
That seems okay. So, assuming that the answer to some of your questions here, let's go over them. You're proposing a wood framed residence. In answer to in the application, the zoning board of appeals, will the grant of the variance cause an undesirable change? You say no. We find the design to be modest, in keeping with area homes being constructed. Nice wording. The building where first floor footprint requires an automatic variance. The side yard request to the west would be make the building too long. Okay, so the end result is a standard modest house, which from the plans seems to look a wonderful house. Are there any added statements or clarifications you or the architect would like to add?
yeah, I'd like to add, Eric and Jose did speak with Bob and Elizabeth next door at number 6 Cedar, where the 3-foot bump out that's creating the side yard setback variance. They spoke to them specifically about the application, shared the plans and what they plan to do, and verbally, we have no objection from that. More would like a letter, we can provide one tomorrow, but at this point, we're coming here with a verbal from them. They have no objection to it.
Which side of the house is that on?
That would be to the northwest. That's on the driveway side on the site plan.
This driveway?
Yes. Close to water.
Is there a concrete foundation?
Concrete block foundation.
Is that going to be reused as
It's
is?
going to be repurposed, yes. We've also planning a new IA on-site wastewater treatment system that has been engineered, filed with the county, and today we just received both state and county grants for that system.
So that's the new super septic
The
system.
new
with the
super
county?
septic system will be
Good for
upgraded.
you.
Yeah, that's great.
Environmental standpoint, we'll be happy about that.
I don't think you can build
a
a
super
super one. do you?
You, as of July, no, you can.
Yeah, yeah.
You're required.
Well done. A good idea anyway. Before we go much further, let's talk a little bit about the zoning board's ability to become the lead agency. Joe, I'll read it and keep an eye on me, see if I get it right. The chair will entertain a motion for the zoning board of appeals to adopt the lead agency status in this request, and that this application is a type 2 action for the purpose of secret. Therefore, no further environmental review will be required. The chair is looking for a motion to that effect as just read. Is there such a motion? Do I need to read it again? Hello?
Read it again.
No.
Read it again? Okay.
Please.
Slowly? All right. The chair will entertain a motion for the zoning board of appeals to be named to the lead agency status. This application is a type 2 action for the purposes of secret. Ultimately, then no further environmental review is required.
So moved.
Very good.
Second.
There being A motion and a second. Can we poll the members?
Patty,
Agreed.
Lee,
Agreed.
Janet,
Yeah, agreed.
and Darlene,
Agree.
and Jim.
Agreed?
Whose motion was that?
The motion was made by John Lane, second by Karen.
Karen, did you vote?
Yes.
Okay. Got them all?
Yep.
Okay, the motion
Yeah.
being made, seconded, and voted positive, there being no opposition. It's now established that the zoning board of appeals is the lead agency status on this application. And the type 2 action for purposes of secret. Place.
Jim, back to my question before, a super septic system, please explain.
Those weren't my words. They're
Those are
innovative
my
alternative
words.
wastewater treatment.
And I'll stand by them.
Good. Is this something different than
A
ordinary?
standard
Yeah,
system?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely,
Yeah.
100%.
Quick,
It reduces the nitrogen down to about 12 parts per.
yeah, but what does it consist of?
It consists of an aerator and a compressor, actually, that compresses material that acts with the solid waste to break down the nitrogen before it's leached into the ground.
Oh,
There are leaching fields, and I think it's required for any new building after July, would you say?
After July of last year.
So
So
any
we
new
are-
house you can't put in the.
Any new house, any new
Cesspool.
construction house, or a renovation that requires an upgrade to a system. And or if you have a system failure, which is why the state and the county have come together with the $10,000 and a $10,000 match. The systems are like 30 to 35,000. They're in a new system, a quality new system is 8 to 10. So the state and the county are trying financially to support residents that have a collapse who may not have X dollars for this kind of system. But the initiative of the system is from an environmental standpoint to help with our groundwater and our waterways. So, since the proximity of this house, the septic system itself currently is made from cement block. It's not a cast in place system.
it's a cesspool.
It's a cesspool. It may be at best. And since we are in the proximity, we're not exactly 500 feet from the water, but we are close to the waterway here in Poquat and on Cedar that both the state and county came together. It takes both the location as well as the actual need for the system in terms of whether or not one is collapsed or not to get both grants. So it's the majority of folks in Suffolk County are getting one of the two grants, so they're getting a $10,000 grant. Some are getting none because the county is both holding funds for the situation where someone that doesn't economically have the means to deal with a collapsed system, they can support them financially.
Thank you. Is that okay, John?
Yeah, where is this pool right now? The cesspool?
Right now, it's about 2.5 feet from the building foundation, which is about 2 feet, and the system's about to collapse. This is all very timely, which is actually dangerous for the building. So,
thank you.
it's a timely thing. It's gonna happen.
Okay, so it appears we have two variance requests before us, one for the side yard setback. The existing or the requested is 21 foot 7 inches, and actually what's required by code is 25 feet. That's the first variance. The second is a variance, it's an area variance request. The required square footage of the lot, and I think it's C1, is it?
Yes.
Okay, it is 10,000 square feet, and what's provided, that you're actually working with, is 7,094 square feet. My proposal is to address that one first. We have some standard questions to ask about that. Barring any further discussion, may I begin with those questions for the application for the area variance? Provides for 7,094 feet. First question, will an undesirable change be produced in the character of the neighborhood or detriment to nearby properties created by the granting of the area variance? You poll the members, please.
Patty,
No.
Lee,
No.
Janet,
No.
John,
No,
Karen, Darlene,
No.
and Jim.
No.
No.
That being no negative comments, the first question to end is answered in the affirmative unanimously by the members of the board. The second question, whether the benefits sought by the applicant can be achieved by some method feasible for the applicant to pursue other than the area variance. Is there anything you can do to wish, hope, or hold your breath to get more variance, more land? And you can't.
I'm sure we'd all love to buy some land from some
Right.
utility company behind us, but that's not gonna happen.
Okay. Would you poll the membership,
Sure.
please?
Patty,
No.
Lee,
No.
Janet,
No.
John,
no,
Karen,
No.
Darlene,
No.
and Jim.
No.
No.
On the second question, there being no negative responses. Question number 2 is answered in the affirmative unanimously by the membership. Question 3, whether the requested area variance is substantial, which is to say, proceeding ahead with 7,094 square feet as opposed to 10,000 square feet, is that a substantial variance? Would you poll the membership, please?
Sure. Patty,
No.
okay, Lee,
No.
Janet,
No.
John,
no,
Karen,
No.
Darlene,
No.
and Jim.
No. In question number 3, we don't believe that the variance requested is substantial. Question 4, if the area variance will have an adverse impact on the physical environmental conditions in the neighborhood. Did you poll the membership?
Patty,
No.
Lee,
No.
Janet,
No.
John,
no,
Karen,
No.
Darlene,
No.
Jim.
No. Question 5, the alleged difficulty self-created.
No.
Lee,
Yes.
Janet,
No.
John,
was the discrepancy self-created?
Was the difficulty created, the difficulty which requires them to seek a variance, which is to say the lot size?
Answer, no,
Karen,
Yes.
Darlene,
Yes.
and Jim.
No.
3 yes. 4 no.
The mixed response as noted by Madam Clerk. Those questions being answered for our first variation, for our first variance. I'd like to vote on that anyway, and get that out of the way. May I ask Madam Clerk to poll the membership on the variance requested for area variance, requesting permission to build on 7,094 square feet as opposed to the required 10,000 square feet.
Patty? I'm sorry.
Yes.
Yes. Lee,
Vote to approve.
Janet,
Yes.
John,
yes,
Karen,
Yes.
Darlene,
Yes.
and lastly, Jim.
Leslie Jim, the nerve. Okay, being a unanimous response. We agreed to issue the variance request for the lot area. The second request is side yard variance. I hope I'll have a chance to look at the various surveys distributed by If anybody have any questions about what the variances we're talking about now, which side yards? They're supposed to have 25 feet, they have 21. 7 on their diagram. Any questions about that? No? Okay. That being the case, I'll entertain a motion to accept the application for the side yard variance as described in the application for 21 feet 7 inches actual to be built as opposed to 25 feet required. Clerk, would you let the lead talk? You forgot. He wants to talk. Would you poll the membership?
Sure. Patty,
Yes.
Lee,
Yes.
Janet,
Yes.
John,
Yes,
Karen? Yes. Darlene, and Jim.
Yes. There being no negative response, the board votes unanimously to grant the variance requested for the side yard setback.
Can I ask a question?
I don't think so.
Sorry.
Ready now? You can. What's up?
So the first thing is when you did the criteria, those criteria were for both variances?
I'm not sure what I did. I
And then
thought it was for
The
both of
second,
them.
so I have 3 questions. So the first question is, criteria, were they for both variances? And then if they were, it's fine. I just wondered.
Yeah.
And then the second, because you said that you were addressing the lot area variance, and then you went into the 3 criteria. I'm sorry, yeah, the lot area, and then you went through the criteria, and then you said you're addressing the other one. And then the next question I have is, when you got done with both variances, I think you asked for a vote, but was there a motion on the second?
For which?
For either one, was there a motion on the second, or did you just hold?
Madam Clerk?
There was a motion for the first.
Who made the motion in second?
Actually, no, we didn't.
There was just a vote.
Yep, it's a vote, just polled.
Okay, good. So let's address that now. So we need a motion to accept both individually, both, is that
Well,
what
you
you're
could
recommending?
vote together, or you could vote individually. I'm not sure if you'd need a motion and a second.
Well, let's just, we'll solicit a motion to accept both of them at the same time, just at the same
Okay.
time. Of course, the discussion has covered both. Is there a motion to accept both applications for the variance, both the area variance and the setback variance? Is there a motion available?
I'll make a motion. Second.
Okay. Darlene? Second by Karen. Okay, would you poll the membership, please?
Yes. Patty,
Aye.
John,
I,
Jim? Oh, Lee, sorry, Lee.
Yes.
Lee? Yes.
Yes.
Janet
Yes.
and Jim?
Yes.
Yes.
John, did you vote?
Yes.
You all voted?
Yes.
Okay. That being the case, I think we have received a motion, voted on, and unanimously approved to accept both of the applications as described for an area variance and for the setback variance. Any further questions, Joe? That was helpful.
No, thank you.
No? Okay. I'm glad you got it. Thank you. Any other new business?
Nope, no other new business. That was it.
Okay, any old jokes?
No old jokes.
No bad remarks? Okay, the determinations are going to be revised and represented next week.
Yeah, I
okay?
took the votes of this one, so I should be able to do both of them actually at the same time.
Good.
The former one and this one, I won't delay. Sorry.
Okay. That'd be helpful.
Get them ready.
Is there any further business for the board? Yes, sir.
I have a question. Well, first, I'd like to say thank you for your time this evening. We approved this. I'm not familiar with your process as a board and or the timing associated with providing an approval letter that would clear the building inspector to start to review some architectural plans. But we have an approved septic system coming. The Peraltas are moving their home, and my plans are probably at 99 to 100% at this point to be reviewed by Mr. Chaff. I was wondering when your letter, at this point, aside from the septic, the county and their septic system coming, and also that septic system design is in conjunction with stormwater retaining rings. So how long would it take for your approval letter to make it to the building department so we can release Mike to start to review some plans and potentially issue a building permit?
Fairly quickly, I think they meet every Thursday.
Okay.
So they'll
Sort of like a
probably touch
weekly
base
cycle,
tomorrow.
not
Yeah,
like a monthly cycle.
exactly, very quickly.
Okay,
So I would say within the week. I
Okay.
know next week they won't be meeting,
right.
so they might meet tomorrow or it
Okay,
might
we
be
still need
the
our
following
county
week.
permit.
Yes,
For the
but it's
septic.
not a delay.
Okay,
It's
so
not
we're not
something
looking at a
that's time
30-day
consuming.
roll.
No.
Okay. well, that's-
Usually within 2 weeks, within a week, if that, but
Great.
that next week, it's, we're closed
Okay.
for the break.
For the break, right.
Yeah.
That's, I'm used to sort of
It's gonna-
larger
it could be after the
entities.
break.
Yeah, it could be after the break.
Could be after the break. Okay, and probably the right timing for us too, as well, so I appreciate the expedience and.
Yeah,
and,
But certainly you could reach out to Mike too and let
Yeah,
him,
we'll do.
yeah,
Mhm, Okay.
let him know we're all moving forward.
I know
Sure.
the village has also helped the Peraltas and myself with the CEU for the house.
Mhm.
We just want to say thank you to the folks at the
Great.
village. We really appreciate it.
Our pleasure.
Uh,
Happy to have the Peralta stay.
Okay, well, thank you for showing up and congratulations.
Okay.
Best of luck in your new house.
Yes, congratulations.
Yes. Good luck.
Hey, Joe, can you stay for a minute?
Would you want a pair of, do you want any of the plans back or anything?
No.
No.
Joe, wait a second. Somebody wants to.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay.
No, I just have a question. Has nothing to do, you don't have to put it in the minutes, just for my own knowledge. When-
Just hold on.
We have to make a motion.
Let's adjourn the meeting first.
Yeah,
Okay, go ahead.
but this doesn't address anything going on tonight.
I'll second that.
Okay, a motion being made to adjourn and seconded. Would you poll the membership, please?
Patty,
Aye.
Lee,
Yes.
Janet,
Aye.
John,
I.
Karen, yes, Darlene, and Jim.
Yep.
Okay, meeting adjourned.
Boy, that was good.
That was easy. Hey, Joe, I have a question. Because I know can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Well, he's not listening to me.
What's the question?
I was just gonna ask Joe.
To direct the question to Joe, but Joe was
Oh.
having a conversation with someone else now.
So Jim, maybe you know, when the property is like right on the PSE&G line, right? And I know we send out notices and we post things. And especially when it comes to like sewers that they're putting in, do we have any responsibility to give them more information or,
To give who more information?
Yes.
I'm sorry,
To give who more information?
PSE&G? Like
Okay.
if they're putting their sewer behind them and the sewer line's gonna like now like maybe flow not in the front of the house, behind the house, and it's gonna flow into maybe their property, do we have any responsibility to know that? Or
I'm sort of mixed up now. Who's putting the sewer line in, PSE&G?
not the sewer, their cesspool, the cesspool that they're putting in?
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the criteria that you could have considered tonight.
Oh.
What?
Yeah, what's the information?
I don't know what the issue is.
No,
You-
my
you're putting
my
in a sewer,
question,
You're putting in a septic system.
If it's leaching into their property, do we have to notify them?
Right.
It doesn't exit the system at all. There are leaching pools and it stays confined in that system. It doesn't go into the property.
okay. That's my question. So like these old houses have these old, cesspools.
Right.
Some of them in behind the house, some of them in the front of the house. And
Right.
I want to know our responsibility as a zoning board, if they're moving it from the front of the house to the back of the house, if it's a different kind of a cesspool, do we have the, are we required to notify?
I think that's really the building department, I would say.
They get the notice of the hearing. They got a notice of the hearing tonight.
I know.
But
I
we're
know.
not, we can't speculate as to potential impacts and notify people. They have to worry about that.
Okay, so they were notified, they know, they got the plans, so that's, okay, that's one.
Theoretically, they were notified. I mean, I guess we're relying on that, and then it's up to them.
Right. And then one more question, sorry, I'm just learning all this, guys, you know I'm new. John, last conversation we had about 51 Washington, you brought up the what is it called?
500 feet to the park?
Yes, to the park, to the private preserve. There, I believe in the same distance, and that wasn't brought up.
Well, we addressed that at the meeting. John brought up a point. We had suggested wording for a building application, which John brought up the point for a 500-foot distance from parkland. Is that what you mean? And a referral from the Suffolk County?
Yes, it's in the
Okay.
minutes.
Well, how is that question answered on today's request for variance?
Well, it informed the Suffolk County Department of Planning has waived the
Waived.
requirement for referral.
Wait,
So,
okay.
Oh,
Yes.
so
We
we're,
don't have to notify.
So we
we're
said maybe
assuming
we
it's
put it like
not-
an asterisk
yeah,
or.
it's not an issue.
should add something to
Something
the
to the-
application
yes.
later on.
That I think is your suggestion.
Yeah,
last-
we talked about that last time. We
yeah,
did,
change the
Okay.
application form.
It'll be changed according to our wonderful
What's their amendment?
secretary.
That wonderful secretary? Oh, okay. Well, good work, wonderful secretary.
Oh, thank you.
Let us know when
Thank you. Thank
the,
you, wonderful ZBA board.
when the formula is changed in the application.
sorry for the questions, just learning. I didn't want to.
Questions are good. Come on, questions are
No,
good.
questions are bad. The meeting's over. No more questions. Yeah.
We're going home, you should too.
They're already home.
All right, good night, everybody.
Good night,
Good
Joe.
night,
Good night.
Bye.
Good night, everyone. Thank you so much.
It was quick.
Yeah, good old
Yeah.
Rosario. Nice to see you. It's 2 meetings in a row.
Kelly, I think you should
That fast.